Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are joining this world. I'm Saurav, Developer Community Manager here at Apify. And I welcome everyone to our latest webinar, Apify Wrapped. As the name suggests, uh, we are going to talk about what we did in 2024 that was very significant for our users. Were the changes that we bring in our product, uh, how it was related to you, and how it gets fit in the bigger picture. We will also talk about what our team is working in 2025 for 2025, and in the last 15 minutes we have a special Q&A session in which we will give you an open stage to ask questions directly to our product team. You can pass them your feedbacks on the changes that we bring in last year, or you can suggest them any new feature that you want to see in our product, uh, or in general, any question about our product. So, without wasting time, I would like to welcome our product team to the webinar, our VP of Product, Jan, and our product manager, Griffin. Guys, would you like to introduce yourself to the community?
Great. Thank you very much, Saurav. So, hello, folks. I'm Jan. I'm VP of Product in Apify. I'm responsible for product management, user experience, and data analytics. And I'll be covering various aspects that are more developer-oriented, pricing-oriented, and it will be a lovely journey. And I will hand it over to my colleague, Griff.
Hi guys, my name is Griffin Trent. I'm the product manager for the console team, so that's kind of everything or most things that you see and interact with in our console. So I'll be talking a little bit about what we've done this year, some of the things that we're bringing, and some of the things that we're planning next year across the console and within the business.
Great. Thanks. So what are we going to cover? The first thing first, we'll just start with the recap of 2024. And actually, would like to give you some spoilers about what we are actually working on right now and what we're going to deliver this year. So in 2024, Griff will cover monitoring and stuff related to integrations and search. I will, after that, give you more insights about the actor standby, something that we put into production in the middle of the last year. And of course, I will briefly speak about the crawly for Python and the few things that we delivered during that year. And in 2025, yet again, we will focus more on the ability, things that are connected with Apify's ability to integrate with other services and products. AI agents. Actually, it's a funny thing. I saw some comments on YouTube section that people are already mentioning AI agents. And of course, one of the things that is very close to a lot of our users and also developers, and that's the flexibility in the pricing. Now, a few things about 2024. Apify had like three main pillars, and one thing is, I would say, it's continuing from 23, 24, and now also in this year at its Apify store. It's a core of our proposition and the way how we attract new users and how we provide the core value at its Apify store. We are very lucky that we celebrated that we have more than 2,000 actors in Apify store. That was somewhere in the middle of the year. Actually, before the year ends, we celebrated that we have more than 3,000 actors. That's a great achievement. We are really happy to see this traction. The second pillar across the board is security. We did a lot of improvements that I don't want to mention, like in the detail to FA and stuff like that. But something that is most important for the larger audience and actually shows our commitment to security and how we secure the data of our users and customers. That's we passed the SOC 2 Type 2, and we got the certificate. Lastly, last but not least, the developers. Actually, the Apify was built for developers. Originally, it was a tool for developers. So developers are very close to our heart. And I would like to just, it's always the part of our strategy for that year. So I will just give you some brief things about the Crawley and Apify CLI and an extra white paper. That's something that I will actually mention in the part about 2025. Now, Apify and 1 year in numbers. We had tremendous growth in the monthly active users, the people that are actively coming to Apify, signing in, and running actors. It's more than 100% growth from year to year. So presently we have more than 50,000 monthly active users. The similar traction is actually about the monthly active developers. Those are people that are developing their own actors or publishing them to store. You can see that now we have more than 15,000 developers. The next thing is GitHub stars. That's more for technical-oriented audience. But altogether, our Crowley scraping framework, JavaScript, and the Python, they grew more than 10,000 stars. So that shows the huge popularity of these frameworks among the developer audience. Something that is more towards our community, that is both technical and non-technical. We reached interesting milestone. That's the 10,000 active users on Discord. And something that is like more techy, but shows the scale of Apify operations. We peaked. We had in the peak we had more than 40 billion actor runs per month. That means it's approximately 15 runs per every second. So before we actually end this presentation and this webinar, Apify will run a few million runs. And another technical aspect that our users stored ingested more than 600 terabytes of data. So that's Apify in the numbers. And now I will hand it over to Griff.
Okay. So I actually didn't know that about the Apify runs. It's very cool. Like how many, 15 every second or something. But yeah, so our team is in charge of integration. So you see I made a little meme for y'all. I'm going to slow it down a bit when I remember how to blink and use my hands. I will introduce you to some of the things that we accomplished in the last year. Like I said, we'll be taking questions later, so write them in the chat. And if we don't get to all of them, we can follow up afterwards. So to start with what we did in 2024, this was something that our team worked on really hard, kind of a complicated feature. And what we did was we rebuilt the way that we monitor actors. One of the things that we wanted to do is give users more peace of mind, and so you can kind of set it and forget it. And so on any actor, you have the ability now to go to your monitoring tab. You know that tabs above the actor. When you open up an actor detail, there's a monitoring tab, and each actor has monitoring for every run that you start. And that's important, but another very powerful thing and very powerful feature is that we've connected that with alerts. Alerts actually have existed for a long time, but they were sort of hard to find, so we've made them a lot more discoverable. And we have given you the ability to really finely pair your monitoring with alerts. So that means basically whatever happens during your run, you can set that as a trigger and set up an alert for it, and you will be notified based on the trigger that you set. So you can see an example of that in the slide, and I will get to more of that later. But in Apify and as the product team, we're trying to listen to people all the time, and some of the feedback that we were getting is we really don't always understand what's happening between starting a run and the end of it. We just receive data, but what's going on there? So we wanted to make that more transparent and clear with people. So this was a way to go about improving the experience. All right, moving on. So global search. In the top left-hand corner, there is a magnifying glass of the console. Some people might not know that. And also, you can summon this by Command K on your keyboard. But what we've done is kind of overhauled our search functionality because as an Apify user, and we are aware that our console goes very deep. You can find yourself in many different places. And so we wanted to make it easier to get around, easier to find the things that you need. So now you can search based on, obviously, human readable names. You can search based on actor ID or really any entity ID. So that means schedules. That means even payouts, invoices. You can search all of that stuff right from wherever you are in the console. So we're pretty proud of that work. And moving on. Okay, so starting to focus a little bit on integrations. We know that when people use integrations and when people begin to understand that connecting their actors and their tasks to different things, whether that be Slack, Gmail, different databases, etc., makes it a much more seamless experience, allows you to start building workflows. And so we understand that this is really useful, and we wanted to focus a little bit on our integrations. So when you go to the detail of an actor or a task, there's an integrations tab right beside monitoring, I believe it is. But it's up there and it lives with them. And when you click on that, you'll see some options to connect your actor or your task to different integrations. And we have a few different kinds of these integrations, and I'll get into those later. But what's important is that we've taken this and we're starting to clean it up. We're starting to make them easier to use, and we're starting to really shape up here. And it's an initiative that I'm bringing into 2025 because we really want to see people start to connect different things and understand this better, because we know that provides more value for users. So that's what we're doing with integrations right now. And okay, so this next slide is closely related to what I mentioned a minute ago with the monitoring and with the alerts. We have recently created the ability for people that build actors to define their dataset schema. And that's important because that means we are able to validate based on dataset field. So not only can you understand what's happening as your actor is executing or your run is executing, and how many results you're receiving, of course, if the actor times out, if anything fails, if the actor succeeds, etc. But now you're also able to set up alerts based on the data set field. So that means, for example, I could say, this field is really important. Say it's pricing field in an actor. So I need at least 80% of my results to be present there. And if anything goes below that, if I have 75, anything below, then I need to understand that right away, and I need an alert. So we have added the ability to define the dataset schema for anyone that builds an actor, so that publishers, people that build actors, can understand how their actor's running and how it's performing, and then also users can understand how their data is coming in and the quality of that data. So we're really excited about that, and it's closely connected to monitoring and alerts. All right, and something I wanted to mention from the store, this is pretty cool, kind of a small tweak but a big deal, is we've added the ability to define your date range when you scrape, and we didn't have that for a little while, so this is kind of a new thing that we did in the last, couple quarters, and it's really powerful because now you're not getting redundant data and you're not paying for that, and you can really control what you're scraping much better. So it's a quick thing, but I think pretty cool. And then the last piece I'm going to talk about for a second, and I'll hand it back over to Jain, is on our web we have this ability to submit your ideas for actors, for integrations, for the platform itself. And we have a pretty small product team, but we really work hard to take user feedback. I mean, it's half the job is just talking to people, reading what people have to say, and ingesting that feedback. So this is a really great way to reach out, submit your feedback, and it's always here at apify.com/ideas. So write that down. Apify.com/ideas. Cool, so I'll hand it back over to Jain, and go ahead.
Thank you, Griffin. By the way, excellent work in 2024. I believe that the majority of the updates are in the sphere of observability, and that we will provide these functionalities to all users and developers, that they can continuously monitor quality of the actors and the data that are providing. So now I would like to expand on the core capabilities of our platform, basically the building block of Apify. And we introduced a lot of things. I would like to mix something that we did last year and also something that we're planning in the next year. So the biggest thing, actor standby. Basically, majority of our actors, they're excellent for batch operations. So if you want to run an actor, wait, get a lot of data, wait for it, and get the response at the end. It could take days, it could take weeks. But there is growing demand for a very quick and rapid response. So we introduced something that we called actor standby mode. And basically every actor can be changed for a standby actor. And we completely eliminate the startup time. So basically the actor is constantly running. And based on your demand, we can scale up and down, basically give you the functionality that works like a request response model. One of the first examples of this kind of actor, we call it Superscraper API. It's basically Superscraper is drop-in replacement of scraping end and Scraper API. And you're basically able to use it quickly without any significant changes in your code. You just get the HTML back when you put the URL. So it's a great example how the actor standby mode works. I highly recommend you to try it. We are still working on this feature, so we'll be continuously improving it to make it even faster and better. And the next steps that we are planning next year, something we called run queue, and basically it's a queue of runs. So there are two examples. One of them is like that you want to plan a lot of runs and just want to plan it and forget. Run queue, it's actually it works how it sounds, so it will create a queue of runs. And the second example, second case is basically you want to run runs with a lot of run allocated for each and every run. And basically, if you consume all the RAM that is allocated to your account for one run, RAM and a run sounds tricky. Anyhow, it's great that you can really like each and every actor run could have a lot of RAM allocated, and once finished, the next starts, etc., etc. And something I want to mention, it's like our continuous journey, and it's something that we did this year, and we will heavily work next year. That's the performance improvements to make our actors faster, to start them faster, to execute. So that's our continuous journey. Something in the next slide, something for our developer audience. I understand that not all the listeners are developers, so just bear with me because it's really interesting. Our scraping library, Crowley, we are working for several years on the JavaScript version. But at the beginning of last year, we decided that we would like to create an alternative for popular Python library called Scrapy. And less than 1 year, we launched the Python version of the Crowley. We are reaching the feature parity with the JavaScript version. And already we have more than 5,000 stars on GitHub. So it's getting the traction. And we are happy to see that people love Crowley and Crowley for Python. And I highly recommend to you, if you want to create something some own actors, to use Crowley for it. From the other area, we learned a lot because we've been developing the JavaScript version of the Crowley for a long time. And when we start writing the Python version, we actually figured out, wow, those are the things that we could do better because we do it for the second time. And of course, we would like to apply these findings from the Python version back to the JavaScript. Nevertheless, we also did a few other things. That's adaptive crawling. Basically, Crowley can decide if you want to use the page is static or dynamic and choose the appropriate techniques for the scraping. The same applies to something we call tiered proxies. So you can define multiple proxies and basically go from the cheapest to more expensive based on the protection the site is using. And last but not least, CLI. It's important tool for our developers. So the command line tool, we focused on that a lot last year. We have new developer experience team, so very proud that we can focus even more on developers and deliver these core features for them. So that was something, like I said, Apify was originally a developer tool, so we are still developers in our heart, and we really care about our developer community. Okay, that was 24 in a wrap, and now 2025. Yet again, we have main three pillars that we'll be focusing this year. I would like to quote here, not quote, but paraphrase Steve Ballmer. So integrations. That will be our goal for this year, and Griff will expand on that a little bit later on. The second thing is we see the trends, and Apify is actually in a great position to start focusing more on AI agents. So that's the second. And the third pillar is our community. So not only that we'll be building partnerships, but also we'll be helping our community, giving them tools, giving them a lot of opportunities to deliver new actors in Apify, and give them opportunity for hackathons, win some prizes and stuff like that. So those are the three things we'll be focusing on this year. And let's dive in. Griff?
Okay. Yeah, so we talked about integrations already, so it's back again. And probably you saw at some point last year in your left-hand menu also integrations popped up there, so you can kind of see where we're going. But we have a few different kinds, and I want to talk about them a little bit because, as we said, this is going to be something that we are developing this year. This is something we're going to need feedback from the community on. And this is something that we believe is a really powerful move to take Apify to the next level. So the first one is built-in integrations. You can see on the slide. And basically, if you go to any actor or task, you click on the integrations tab, you will be greeted with, they say generic here, but kind of built-in integrations. This means integrations that come from the Apify platform we built ourselves to different tools such as GitHub, of course, your Google Suite, Slack, things like this. The focus here is to make it kind of quick and easy to set up, honestly painless, and just give you some useful tools to use within whatever you're doing with Apify. And also, they read generic here because they work with pretty much anything. They're based on triggers, kind of like the monitoring. And so you can trigger your integration whenever something happens. For example, if a run fails, and you can be notified about that, or you can, for example, set up in a Slack channel some notifications based on whatever you'd like within your runs, with your actors, with your tasks, things like that. So these are the built-in integrations. Like I said, kind of built for ease, built for anybody to use. Then we have something a little bit more involved, I would say. And this is actor to actor, or we call them A to A in-house. And if you see on the slide, connect actor or task, we know that it's a little bit buried right now. We're fixing that, just wait. But it says connect actor or task, and if you click there, you will see a bunch of different actors. In fact, it's all the actors that we have. And one of the ideas that we've had is to make these connectable. So you have a parent actor, you connect it to another one, and you can do more with your data, basically. So right now, an example of this is if you want to maybe send your data to Google Sheets. So whenever a run starts, whether you start it by yourself manually or you start it with a scheduler, and then you want the data to be populated in Google Sheets, you can do that. Or we have a connection to Pinecone vector database, Open AI vector database. So, and then we're also just building cases around this. So this is a really, if I kind of harken back to what I said earlier, the ideas screen, this is a really good place to put these ideas. Okay, I want this to connect to this, and that's what we're working on. So we know right now that we have some cleanup to do, and we're also kind of working on shaping this up a little bit. So I'll just come out and say that straightforward, but this is where you can go to, like I said, maybe a little bit more involved, a little bit more setup, but you can connect these things with actor-to-actor integration, so that's very cool. And then something that's coming soon is OAuth within actors. So one of our goals for the year is to basically, if you want to authenticate with another service that you use, such as, again, Google, GitHub, something like this, you'll be able to do that right within the actor right there. So it's very quick. On the actor level, they get that authentication to your other service, and then you can start using it right away. So this is something that we are moving towards in the next year. And now Jan's going to explain some connections with more external integration platforms, but we kind of consider them in the same breath or boat. Go ahead.
Thank you, Griffin. The external integrations is basically the logic or difference between internal is that we own the integration on the level of the console, on our level of our platform. The external integrations, they are usually built somewhere else. And we know that you love to use Apify with other tools like Make, like Zapier, Clay, stuff like that. Actually, we started closer cooperation with the company that is not located not that far, and we see the huge the popularity among our users, and that's make.com. Not only that, we already have and will be improving our application in their marketplace, basically integration from Make to Apify. But also now that the big thing is that we'll be pushing our actors as applications into make.com. So basically, you'll be able to use our actors directly from Make. And you can see in the screen over there that we have our first prototype. That's the Instagram scraper. Basically, this activity will take a while, so we are starting right now. Nevertheless, we see great synergy on both sides because the Make is it's an automation tool that makes your life easier. And Apify, we also do automations, but our core is in gathering data, scraping, crawling. So connecting those to our platforms, it's just extremely beneficial for you, our end users. The Make.com and our integration platforms. Now we're also building our presence across the board, not only Make, Zapier, but also we would like to focus on tools like NA10, IFTTT, and platforms like that. Definitely, if you have any specific requirements, meaning like that there are platforms that you use a lot, so hit us on the chat or send us the feedback, or send us actually you have our emails. We show them at the beginning of these slides, so you can send us an email, and we will definitely take it into consideration. And the third part is something that, like I said at the beginning of the part about 2025, we'll be focusing on AI agents, and AI platforms are inherent part of that. So presently, our colleagues, they introduce Anthropic's Model Context Protocol to our platform, and also the integrations to tools like Pinecone, Langflow, and similar. So those are the external integrations. Definitely, you can see you will see a lot of updates from this field, because we believe that Apify and the power of the integrations actually, and the power of the Apify grows with it. Now, a few updates about Store. We actually see that we are really happy to see the growth in the number of actors that we have, and the popularity among our developers, that they find new things, how to act, and new ideas, what to actorize. And that's great. However, that brings some challenges, because more actors we have, basically the discoverability gets lower. So we would like to help our users to give them the proper actors. We'll start with, actually it's number 2, but actor reviews, basically ability to give reviews to our actors. Second thing is also we will start prioritizing the actors that have high quality. That means they have good readmes, they have a good ratio for finished run, a lot of active users, and stuff like that. And developers are responding quickly to the issues. So we will take all these things into consideration, this and many more. and we hope that it will improve the discoverability and your user journey. And also, it's connected with that because we know that people tend to find, okay, I'm using TikTok video scraper, so maybe I would like to see the Reels scraper. So we will also improve the recommendations, and based on the behavior, we will start to giving you the better recommendations for other actors. The next steps, also we would like to introduce AI agents in store. So there will be a new section, and we will be actively supporting our community to start building AI agents and publish them in Apify Store. So there will be some incentives, there will be hackathons, there will be some events, and we will actively support our community to publish, and we'll even give them ideas, give you ideas. What could be the next great AI agent? Because I spoke about AI several times now, so I would like to just reiterate on that what we consider as AI agent. It's an AI program that is given a goal, and it basically works towards on its own. But it's great because you can use Anthropic, you can use ChatGPT already. But the power of Apify is that we have store of actors that are able to collect data from plethora of spaces across the internet. So the AI agents will utilize the actor architecture. That's something that our developers are already they are well versed in that. And also, it could use the ability and the content from our store, from Apify Store. That means, basically, it will grow exponentially. That the AI agents built on top of Apify can utilize other actors or even other agents that are already in Apify Store. So not only that we'll be able to do the scraping, crawling, but also will provide you the functionality from the automation and actually even multi-agent collaboration. So we're really looking forward to it because that's a very powerful tool that is just almost in our reach. Okay, now I would say that is the thing that is not new, but one of most frequently requested, and the thing that is quite challenging with Apify, and we know it. And I just wanted to reiterate on that. We have our pricing models, actor pricing models. We have rental. Basically, you pay for the actor rental monthly, and after that you use it, pay as you go. After that, we introduce something that is called price per result. Basically, you pay the fixed price for usually thousands results. But the problem with this type of actors is they can accommodate only one activity, and that's giving you results. So we introduced something, and we will be making available for our developer community this month. That's the price per event. Basically, it's more general because the event could be result, could be something automated, could be image, could be video, anything you fancy. And so I will actually deep dive in that because the people are questioning. They are having lots of questions about it. Nevertheless, we'll be introducing another thing. I believe it will be done this quarter, but don't take it as it's set in stone. And something it's called tiered pricing because especially this came with the introduction of the price per result. People love price per result for one thing because it's transparent. They know how much they will pay for the result. It's when you start scraping, it's excellent, but when your consumption grows, that's actually what we love because we empower other individuals and companies to build their business because we provide the data and the other companies, they build their businesses on top of Apify, and that's great. And when they grow, their consumption is higher and higher, and the price per result actually stays the same. So we'll be introducing tiered pricing, basically based on your subscription. If you go for starter, scale, business, or even other larger subscriptions, you will get the proportional discount per result. So basically, higher you go, lower is your result price. And this is something that was heavily requested by the companies and individuals that are growing with Apify because the pricing is not flexible at this moment. And with all of this, we know that it's getting even more tricky. So we will be working on the simplification of our pricing to make it just, to basically just, the first steps was enable all the possibilities, give you the ability to grow with Apify, and now we will try to make it more understandable for everybody. So I'll just reiterate on that once again. So rental, monthly rental of the actor, and after that it's pay as you go. The thing is, and we know it, unclear price per run. It's rather complicated to understand, but from the logic, you just rent it, and after that you go pay as you go. So the rental model, it has some benefits. However, we address some shortcomings in price per result. So it's much clearer. You know how much you're going to pay. It's very easy to understand, but it's only limited for actors that scrape data because it's price per result. So price per event, even more flexible because the event could be anything. And we give you actually even more transparency. So if you want to scrape some kind of result, you pay X. If you want to scrape result with some details, that's the actor needs to get more data, you will pay for those additional data separately. So actually it gives you even more control over the cost of those individual actors. So it's clear, price per run. And we hope it will be simple to understand. And the last benefit, and the most important benefit, is that it's available for every type of the actor. And now something that is clearly from our developer, just mainly for our developer audience. And we had introduced something called Actor Framework. That's the framework, the white paper that is I would say it's the philosophy how we build actors. You can go to whitepaper.actor and see it for yourself. But we're introducing it to a wider audience because we would like to give it to you as a framework how to build micro SaaS. It's not only, but mainly for independent developers, for those people that are publishing various repositories of their great ideas, and they just leave them as open source in their GitHub. So they can use it, they can put it, actorize it, and put it to Apify. And because it's Actor, we take care of everything from the monetization to distribution to the platform, because you make an actor from your code. You can push it to Apify, publish it, and that's it. You just we are running everything else. So some interesting facts that are connected with this activity. We give you to developer audience that are publishing on our platform more than $1 million in payouts last year, and actually, when you publish an actor in our store, you're targeting more than 250,000 of people, unique visitors that come to our store. So it's just brief introduction of Actor Framework. There will be more presentations across the board. So definitely, this is not something comprehensive. If you want to see it in a detail, just go to whitepaper.actor. And yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Griffin.
And spoiler alert, this is one of the last slides we have before we get to Q&A. But I just wanted to mention, this is more of a business update. So we are trying to be all over the place in Apify. Last year we were in Latvia. We're all over Europe, of course. And then this month we're going to Namibia, excuse me. But just, I think Monday it was, we sent people out to the Bay. So we will have a presence at least this whole year and in the future in the Bay Area. So, and the reason I want to mention that is because if you're in the Bay right now and you see any of us at a conference or anywhere, please reach out. It's part of our mission to make connections, to meet individuals, to make partnerships, strong partnerships. And so, yeah, we're happy if anybody walks up and says hello. Right now we have our CEO, soon to go out as our COO, and then you'll see Jan aka Agenda, out there. And so anyway, I just wanted to mention that this is part of kind of our expansion, sending a few people out at a time, starting a network in the Bay Area, and we're excited about that move over to the U.S. and creating a presence there. So that's kind of a little business update for y'all, and we'll move on to our Q&A.
Great.
So let me switch over.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys, for explaining everything so well. Uh, let's start with the Q&A. So if you have any question, this is the time. We'll be taking each of your question in next 15 minutes. And I will select the questions. It will pop up on the screen. I will read it out and you guys will answer it. Okay? Cool. So the first question that we have is it's from Abdelaziz. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but the question is how so you see the near future where everyone is buzzing around agenting scraping, the barrier would be become so low so that anyone can scrape data by themselves. Does this put Apify business in danger? And that's an amazing start for the Q&A.
Wow, that's a tough one. I I see that, like based on the presentation, actually, you know that we believe the agents are next big thing, and I think yeah, everyone will be able to scrape the data. However, I believe that all the technology that Apify provides, it's not easy to replicate. Just that there will be one agent that will be able to do everything. The power of Apify is in the store and in those specialized actors we have. So what I see the power is that the power is in the interconnecting individual actors, not that one agent will replace everything. Maybe we'll be wrong, but we strongly believe that actually we would like to work with AI agents and build actually the AI agents on top of our platform.
Cool. Thank you. There are a lot of AI questions ahead too. So let's move on to the second question. So Abdelaziz have four questions. I think we will answer two of them first, and then we'll take care if we have time for enough questions of him. But the second question is, uh, it's just not popping, but I will just read it out. The next question is I know you have a Discord dedicated to feature requests, but having a separate, simple website where developers can add, upvote, etc., plus a clear status of these requests, plus ETA would be amazing. I think what he is asking is a public roadmap where our users and community can upvote for features and they can just put their opinion out there. So, Jan, I think it's for you.
It's an excellent request, and actually we are working on it. We are using a tool for this, so we are building the. It won't be like equal one-on-one that we won't be showing everything that we do in our, I would say, internal roadmap, but there will be soon. We will publish the public roadmap, and you could actually request upload, download the things that we are building on right now, and request something specific. So I would say I hear you. We definitely know about this, that we should listen more. We definitely try to listen a lot to plethora of our users. Basically, we all have 2 to 3 calls with our users every week. So if we take into consideration the whole product, it will be like 30 calls-ish weekly. However, you could see that we have like thousands of active users, so we can't triage everything. But yeah, this definitely makes sense.
I like to add a point here. So yeah, this is a really good question, and I would say that we have a lot of different touch points to collect feedback. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we're working on the ability to be able to, show a public roadmap and you can vote, and that would actually be amazing for the product squad as well. Also, like within our application, we have the ability to request integrations if you don't see it. We have a lot of requests for coming through email and within the application or within the console. to talk to the product team. So I encourage anybody that sees any of those, please talk to us. The feedback is invaluable. And also, I think you remember earlier we have the ideas page. So I would say there are plenty of ways to reach out, and we love to hear from people. So I just want to encourage people to do that and take this opportunity. But that's a really good question. Thank you for it.
Thank you. The next question is from Pakesh. He's asking, with the introduction of AI agents, will traditional actors be phased out, or will they continue to play a role in the Apify ecosystem?
Yeah, definitely they will play the equal role or majority, because like the AI agents supposed to be built on top of our actors. We don't want to like just like throw everything away. Definitely not. The AI agents are core, and we will be building and expanding on those. But we just want to give you more opportunity how to create new business ideas, because one thing is and that's what we see. We see the people, basically our users goes from marketing to sales to various analysts, researchers, and actually companies. And some of them, they are just coming in and getting the data and leaving. Some of them are building products. However, the thing is, we want to all just some actors, they provide solutions, but usually they just at this moment give you data, and we want to move and do the next step. We want to give you the answers to your question, because usually getting 1,000 comments, it's nothing. You want to do something more with it. You want to get the sentiment analysis. You want to get some trends and stuff like that. And we believe that basically this synergy between the actors that are scraping and the AI agents that can do something on top of that, that's the real goal.
Thank you. There is one more question from Bakesh. He's asking, as a beginner developer building his first actor, should they focus on creating a traditional actor or an AI agent? What factors should influence their decision?
Well, I
I
would
would
like to give you a clear answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would like to answer it in a very diplomatic way. I will say start with a traditional actor just to get to know the actor ecosystem and how to build an actor, and then move on to AI agents. Uh, we don't have many tutorials yet on AI agents, but our team is working on how to build AI agents on our platform. So soon you will be having few how-to tutorials on this too. So that should help building AI agents on our platform. Uh, One more feature request from YR. Any plan to add crypto payment for actor developers?
Yeah, that's a straightforward question. Uh, Actually, I'll be honest, we are considering it. It's nothing that we don't want to go there. There are some limitations. And those limitations are like more systemic and legal. So we want to address those first. But honestly, from my point of view, and we discuss it, I don't see problem. We have to just check all the necessities, and after that, I think it will be possible. But I don't want to say it will be in, I don't know, 4 months, half a year. It's it's unknown.
There is one more question from our community, Payoneer as a payout method. So I would like to answer this for our developer community. This is something that is requested from a very long time, and I would like to mention our team is working on it. It's on our agenda for next few quarters. We are going to change our payout process and make it more efficient internally. So this is part of the process, and it is just a few months away. So please bear with us, and it will happen soon. The next question is from, just a minute. Yeah, Alan. Alan is asking, any plans to have a per task data schema validator?
Hi, Alan. That's a really good question. Actually, not yet. We can do it on the actor level, but let me get back to you on that because that's I actually just wrote it down in my notebook. That's a really good idea, and yeah, I really love the question and the idea, but we don't have the plans just yet. So.
Thank you. The next question is from Gustavo. He's asking, how will you avoid fake negative positive reviews? I think he's talking about the actor reviews that comes on
Yeah.
his actors.
That's a good question, and actually we been that was one of the first concerns we had. The thing is that definitely it should be done only by paying users. So that would be the first, and there will be some more, I would say, check and balances that will be there. So basically, a random person, free user, can spam your actor with negative comments. Definitely that will be the first check. So it could be done only with the people that have the paid plan and they are actually using your actor or used your actor. There will be some more additional checks, and but I don't want to definitely share it out loud with everybody. But we know about this potential problem, and we will definitely when we release it, there'll be some protections.
Thank you. There is another question from Lewis. He's asking, having OAuth to scrape behind the login of the user would be very helpful. I think it's a suggestion and
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, we are going to release OAuth, I would say, very soon on the actor level, and we want to just give people the ability to use OAuth. So, you know, we will, first we have to use it, I think, you'll probably see it a little bit more on, to be honest, on Apify managed actors before we release it to the community. But then, yeah, we have a plan to release that to the community as well.
I would like to just have a note over here. The all-out is mainly for integrations. So basically, you're using some other platform or service and you want to send the data. The specific question over here, the all-out for scraping, this is something that that's a tricky area. Definitely, the actors that are scraping behind login. That's something that we don't, as Apify, support. If somebody does that in their actor, it's their decision. But just be aware that there could be some limitations on the service provider. So definitely. OAuth as a way how to integrate and get your data from Apify or to some external service or from external service to Apify. That's great. We'll be definitely supporting that and improving on that capability. Having OAuth for scraping behind the login, that's something that out of the box definitely we won't be supporting. And it's basically on the people's, our users' decision.
That's a good point.
thank you. The next question is from Gustavo again. He's asking, for the migration to price per event, what data can you make available to public authors, builders, so they can estimate profits with the new pricing?
It's a good question, and honestly, I would be lying to you if I say what kind of data I can give you right now. Gustavo, I believe that I know you, that you're part of the creator, our creator community. So we will write it down and get back to you with, and actually we can share it publicly. But I don't want to give you some specific information. But thank you about it.
There's one more question from Louis. He's asking, are there any plans to integrate AI services into the platform? Right now, it's either the dev or the user has to bring an API key. Would be easier if Apify managed that.
Yeah, so we're hoping with the OAuth work that we're doing this year, we want to kind of go two ways. We have kind of the ability to extend OAuth to external services. For example, a great example is Make. Like you would be able to connect to Apify, or excuse me, connect to Make directly through your Apify account. And the other way that it works would be within each actor, right? So you would be able to authorize, um, you'll be able to authorize an account that you already use somewhere else on one of these AI platforms to connect to Apify. So this is how we're doing it right now, and I think this is going to make the connection uh, internally going outwards or externally coming inwards to Apify a lot easier to manage. And that's how we plan to tackle this right now. Do you have any notes on that? Or?
Yeah, I'm rereading the question once again, so I'm sure what Luis means. Yeah, definitely we already have integrations to AI services or AI-related services like Pinecone or pardon, LangChain, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, from what I understand, is like you don't want to just create an API key, copy and paste it to Apify. Just be able to connect from the to that service from Apify, and yeah, that's something basically that Griff mentioned, and we'll be allowing it from other way around. So you can just go from the external service and using the old like Google account just to log into Apify. I hope that this will help. Maybe there are some specific aspects to that. Yeah, so if you like, maybe I'm not sure if we covered that question completely, but if you want to expand on it, just don't hesitate and send me an email, and we can check it.
Thank you. There is so we don't have much time. We'll take few more questions and then just wrap up. There is one more question from Bakesh. He's asking, can developers build integrations with Apify and monetize those integrations? Griffin.
Rakesh, I love this question. Actually, I have more to learn from our developer community about building integration actors. So you will probably see something coming through soon directly from me, kind of based on your question. But yeah, I would say with the PPE changes, that'll be the most powerful way to basically define how you will make money with your actor. So with an integration actor, I would say right now, because an integration actor, like we said earlier, is in most cases expected to take the output from another actor and then process it further. So because it's not collecting data, it's really not making money right now. So, but when we have the PPE rolled out, then you'll be able to define how you're going to be, the triggers that you'll be using to in your actor, and I think that'll make creating integration actors a lot more viable. And
Yeah, the limitation is the price per result is basically the users pay for inserting to dataset. So if there is no operation with the dataset, there is no result. Therefore, you can charge those users. But with price per event, it could be because the integrations. It could be work with the data or some kind of automation, or you want to call endpoint, do something, and stuff like that. So with the price per event, definitely it will be possible. We have to make it available to you. But actually, I was smiling when I saw this question, because that was one of the plans that we want to do, to make it available to our community. So yeah, definitely heading that way.
Thank you. One more question from Abdelaziz is asking, invite your marketing team, which is growing. I saw your LinkedIn post to create something for us, developers, to learn how to promote our actors using paid ad campaigns if it's worth it. I will take this and mention that we already have Apify Actor marketing playbook. Our marketing team has spent a lot of time building it. writing down the experiences that they had while promoting Apify managed actors, working on it, SEO, and everything. So I have mentioned the link to that playbook in the comment section. Check it out. If you have any feedback, please drop the feedback into our Discord channel that we have, and I will pass it on to our marketing team. But it is very useful as a developer to grow your actors for sure. Okay,
Um, oh,
so
sorry, can I expand on that? We
yes, yes.
also we are actually in the process of getting the person that will be directly responsible for, I would say, the stewardship or take care of our developer community. So there will be a person that will be actively helping you and give you some tips and tricks how to efficiently monetize, to improve your readmes and stuff like that. So definitely, like I said, Apify was originally a tool for developers. It's still for developers. The developers are important for us. I actually hear myself as Steve Ballmer, like shouting developers, developers, developers. But it's true. You as a developer community, you're important for us. So definitely we will try to give you as much support as possible.
Thank you so much, Jan. Two more questions, two last questions that we have, one from Louis and another from Muhammad, and then we'll wrap up for today. And I also want to mention we'll answer rest of all the questions in our Discord channel. The link to Discord is apify.com/Discord. So join our Discord community. You'll get answers regarding everything, Crawley, Apify, or any feedback that you want to pass to team. We'll take care of it. So coming to the question of Lewis, okay, this is interesting. What are your favorite actors available on the marketplace?
One of my favorites is this is kind of a boring generic answer, I think, but one of my favorites is the Cheerio scraper because I set it up to one of the things I wanted to do was pull down some cheap flight tickets. So I set it up to do that, and every week, like it sends me more possibilities than I ever have the money to spend and the time to be on flying around. But I really like that one. I also really like our Gmap scrapers because I used it to help out my mom's business one time. So I don't know, it's kind of flexible and kind of cool in that way. You can do a lot with it. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The Google Maps is handy. From my point of view, it's everything connected with auctions. Like when I want to, I don't know, buy something. Let's say, I don't know, new computer or like a used computer or car or something. So I will start continuously scraping like these local auctioning websites. So basically getting the best offers and see if there is some movement. If
Nice.
somebody going down with the prices, they're willing to sell it quickly.
Yes.
So I'm using our scraping capabilities to buy cheap stuff.
Thank you. The last question for the day is by Mohammed, and he's asking, do you have any plans to introduce a sub-account feature, especially for public actor developers, to allow them to test their own and other developers' actors using different user accounts?
That's actually to be honest, I hear this request for the first time. I'm not sure if Griff can. No, definitely it's an interesting idea. We have the organizational account, so you can create multiple organizations, and I believe that could be used for testing. Maybe there are some specific aspects. So it's good to know. It would be really great if we can just reach out to you and discuss this in bigger detail. Because, like, when I see the question, I think that the organization feature could be used. Basically, you can create multiple organizations and test your own actors. But maybe there are some edge cases, and the sub-account feature could be viable for it. But definitely, we haven't discussed it.
No.
Cool. There some praising about tiered pricing from Abdelaziz. So yeah, thank you so much.
Can I
Cool. So
can I
that's I think all for today. I would like to first thank both of you to making time for this webinar to come into front of community and answer each questions. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining this webinar. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. We'll come with next few webinars very soon. And there are a lot of tutorials on our YouTube channel as well, which you can take benefit from. And for those who have still few questions regarding our product, have some feedback that you want to pass it on to our team, will be available on our Discord. You can drop a message there, you can tag us, you can DM us, you can chat with us regarding anything. So thank you so much for joining and see you soon. Bye bye.
Saurav.